Moving on to the next communication question on the test. So an exponential function with a base 1/2 has been compressed vertically by a factor of 3/4, reflected in the y-axis, shifted 3 units to the left, and has an asymptote at y equals -4. And then we got to write an equation for this function. So we know that our parent function we're dealing with has a base of 1/2. So it's 1/2x. And this is going to undergo transformations. So we know our final equation is going to be in this format right here, right? The general transformation format. So what we got to do is we got to find out the transformation value. So the a value, the k value, the d value, and then the c value from this description. So let's go through each characteristic one by one. So compressed vertically by a factor of 3/4. A vertical compression deals with the a value. So we know that the a value is going to be 3/4. Reflected in the y-axis. Now we know a reflection in the y-axis causes the k value to be negative. And notice that they don't say anything about a horizontal compression or a horizontal stretch. So we know the k value is just going to be -1. Now, if this said reflected in the x-axis, then we know the a value would be negative, but it didn't say that. It's the y-axis, and there's no reflection in the x-axis, so the a value stays positive. Now, there's a shift of 3 to the left, so we know the d value is going to be -3. And then we're also told there's an asymptote at y equals -4. And as you know with exponential functions, the asymptote always comes from the c value, the vertical shift up or down. So if there's an asymptote at y equals -4, then we know the c value is -4. That's it. Those are all the transformation values. So now you just take all of these, plug them into this format, and you have your final equation. So the a value, 3/4. We got the base of 1/2. We got the k value of -1. We could just put a negative in front, and then in brackets, it'll be x minus d. So x minus -3 is x plus 3, and then the c value of -4 just goes here. So that there is your final answer.